Hi, Corey Harlock here with Questus Hospitality, continuing our conversation on retention, improving attraction versus attraction retention. Today we're talking about what seems to be a hot button issue in our world of hospitality, work-life balance, and with some surprising stats for you. So in the survey we did, providing an individual's definition of work-life balance, only 14% of the people that took our survey, so 14% of the 200 people that took the survey said that that was the most important thing to them. We're going back to training, coaching, mentoring, and development being number one at 62%. So this came in at number 3 at 14%. So some stats around work-life balance. In my current or most recent role, I feel that I get adequate time or adequately compensated for the hours I work. This is pretty alarming. Over 50%, 50.25% of the people feel they do not get compensated for the extra time they put in, which can be a little alarming. And then when we look at the question we posed to them was, in my current or most recent role, I feel that when I have to work additional hours over and above my schedule to complete my duties or responsibilities. So 55% of people feel that they need to put in extra hours to accomplish the assigned duties that they're given. So throughout the day-to-day operations, being pulled and tugged in different directions, accomplishing the duties that have been mandated to them from their boss, they need to put in extra time to do that. And as we know, a standard work week in hospitality at the executive management level is 50 hours. So people are working their 50 hours and more to accomplish what they're being tasked to do to meet the objectives or complete the duties that they've been assigned. Even more alarming is when I've worked additional hours in my current or most recent role, I felt that I was then expected to continue to work additional hours by my employer. 51% of the people said they felt this was true. So if someone puts in a big week, really goes the extra mile, gets things done, they feel then the expectation is that they'll continue to do these big weeks and overachieve and accomplish more and more and more, where we already feel, over 50% of people already feel like they're having to put in extra hours. So it's becoming an expectation. So we have one of the most stressful work environments in hospitality of any industry. We have a longer work week schedule at a 50-hour work week than most industries out there. And we're challenging our people to do 60 hours worth of work in 50 hours a week. So they're going out, they're putting in their own hours. Then we're saying, oh, great, they're putting in their 55 hours. That'll be the new expectation of that individual. May sound fine, but when you hear that 38% of people resign because they don't feel they're meeting their personal definition of work-life balance, that's a big number, almost 40% of people. 4 of 10, 2 of 5 are leaving their job because they're not able to achieve their definition of work-life balance. What's important to understand here too is, what is the definition of work-life balance? For someone who is single and in career growth mode, 60 hours a week might be fine. For someone who's married with a small child, 60 hours a week may be unreasonable to them. So depending on who the individual is and what their definition is, and again, it goes back to speaking with the individuals and learning what their motivations are and what's important to them and managing them from that aspect. That's where it gets really key. 35% of people in our industry that took our survey feel they are meeting their definition of work-life balance. Again, I don't know what that is. I can't say it's 40 hours a week, Monday to Friday. It's all specific to the individual. But work-life balance, though only 15% of the people thought it was the most important thing to them, which is fairly low. I thought it would be higher myself. But almost 50% of the people have resigned because they've been overworked or have not been able to meet their definition of work-life balance. Hope you found this information beneficial. Thanks for tuning into the blog. If you know anyone else out there who may be interested in what we're doing here, please do forward them the link. We'd love to have them as a subscriber. And if you have any questions or comments about our industry, you can always contact me at corey.harlock@questus.ca. I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.